Melz on the MIC.
The word today is job. J-O-B.
Jamming on the J-O-B. My Kiss 1031.
It's today's R&B and throwbacks. My Kiss 1031. Melz on the MIC. Jamming on the J-O-B with some very special guests on the phone line with me today. Got two of these brothers on the phone line with me. These are 30-year veterans of the Atlanta Police Department. And now they ain't police no more. They're the stars of the new TVOne series, ATL Homicide, which premieres tonight on TVOne at 9 p.m. here in the CTX. I got David Quinn and Vince Velasquez on the phone line with me. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
ATL Homicide, the big show premiering tonight. And before we get into that, you guys are veterans of the Atlanta Police Force. David, maybe we can start with you. What drove you to become a police officer in the first place?
Well, like from the time I was 6 years old, watching all my cousins go to jail and spending my time visiting them in prison growing up, I knew I wanted to do something different and, bring another light to this particular profession. I always wanted to do it. I can't think of any other job I wanted to even get involved with, any other career path.
No doubt. How about you, Vince?
Hey, I had a different path, man. I used to be an aircraft engineer a long time ago. I left a good paying job, took a 75% pay cut to walk a beat, man, carry a gun and try to make a difference, People thought I was foolish, and they couldn't believe that, leaving a major airline to go become a cop, who would do that? I had a young son at the time. He's now 24 years old, but, no regrets, man. Like, it was a calling for me. It just took me longer to find it. And then, like David, our careers drew us into homicide. And when we got there at the same time, we knew we were cut out for this. Like, it was destiny. We were supposed to meet, and, all the stars lined up. We showed up at the same place at the same time, at the right time, and, the rest is history. This is called chemistry.
And that's something I wanted to touch on, too, is one of the things I noticed about you guys. You guys have some great chemistry together. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. After watching the preview of ATL Homicide and catching the promos, can we nominate you brothers to be the stars of Bad Boys 3? I mean, get Vince and Will out of here. Let's have y'all two brothers get it in, man. Let y'all do the movie, man.
Oh, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Move over, Will Smith. We're coming for you, right? Let's bring it.
No, because that's one of the things I noticed is the chemistry, you guys. But this is not a chemistry that's for TV or movies. This is something that you guys built up over time. Did you guys when you guys first met up, did you get along, or was there issues, or did you guys just automatically click?
Oh man, it was natural, man. It's like if you could imagine when you meet somebody and you go, I don't know about this person, I'm gonna give it some time,
right?
And then you start to develop a friendship or a relationship. When I met this guy, it was like, man, I like this guy too quickly. Like, something's wrong. Like, this guy
right.
like, pulling the wool over my eyes. And then we're like, then we started working together. I'm like, it's flawless. Like, somebody asked us in another interview today, what is it? You guys like each other a lot. It's love. Now, we love each other, like brothers, like family, and that doesn't come often. You don't meet people like that, so add that to, to doing a job and, like, coming together and, like, solving homicide cases and dealing with families. How do you can't hold that back. That energy just comes out of us, when people see it, and it's natural. What you see on the show is us. Like, before we even came on the air with you, we were on the phone chatting about this, what we talk about all the time, and I'll talk to him tomorrow about something. This is who we are. That's how we get along.
Right, definitely, and that's what I think is great about the show. ATL Homicide premiering tonight, TVOne, 9 p.m. Make sure you check your local listings on when that show is going to air. And plus, I'm quite sure it's going to air a whole lot more times. The chemistry that you guys have, do you find that helps you guys solving cases and getting some of these cases knocked out?
Well, yes, because, the main thing was to get the family feeling the pain. The first thing you do is agree with the person that is wrong, and you give them access. Me and Vince instinctively would just give our cell phone numbers to these grieving mothers. And guess what? If you give the grieving mother of someone that's just been lost your cell phone number, they won't call you incessantly trying to get updates because they have access. We were doing that in the early 2000s, and people thought we were crazy. They're like, give them this phone number and just put them in line. Nah, I'm putting somebody who just lost their baby goes to the front of the line. Me and Vinny, we both didn't have to think about that. We were we were working in that same realm.
No doubt. No doubt.
People looked at us like we were crazy, like giving ourselves, like, you're giving your cell phone out? We're like, yeah, like, how else are we going to get information? Like, I'm going to wait for somebody to call my desk phone and I got to check a message? I need you to call me while I'm on the street. And they looked at us like we had two heads or something. And they're like, okay, like, we don't know what's going on with you guys, but this is how we're rolling with it. You know, you call me in the middle of the night, you know, mom, dad, son, brother, informant, whatever. We could be in the movies with our, you know, kids or whatever, and we get a phone call like right back, and it's like a mother of a homicide victim. Hey, I just want to check on the case. And we would step out and give them that time and say, you know, this is where we're at right now, you know, and give them an update, let them feel good. So that connection, like my partner just said, like, you know, it's natural for us. It's not natural for everybody else, and we never understood that.
And is that something that's prevalent? And I mean, I hate to generalize it, but is that something that's prevalent in a lot of police departments where they tell you guys, don't, you know, why are you giving his personal cell phone out? Why are you getting personally involved in the case and trying to do that? Is that something that's prevalent a lot, and is that a hindrance? Why we see a lot of cases that don't get solved or go into the cold case file, perhaps?
I think there's a lot of cookie cutter in this business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of policey obstacles, you know, cop stuff like we don't do this, we don't do that. Me and Vin have the holistic approach to homicide investigation. And we felt like we needed to be ground zero where the action was happening. We need to find out what auntie our victim was closer to than maybe even his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would give us the things we need and you know, sometimes not reveal some family secrets. And the main thing was we always kept our victims, our witnesses confident. Yes, you can't solve cases with fingerprints all the time. You got to have some people tell the story. And me and Vince, we saw it the same way. I think that law enforcement has to bathe in the community that they work. You're serving, and you have to get out there. People should never see your gun. You got a suit and a tie on. Get out there with your $4 suit and make it happen. That's what we were doing. We loved our community, and that's the community of Atlanta.
No doubt. ATL Homicide premiering tonight on TVOne. And before I get you out of here, that was another question I wanted to ask about. I saw a previous interview with you guys about stop snitching. That seems to be a big thing in America, especially in our community and urban culture. But something that I saw an interview where you guys pointed out that's really more of a myth than anything. Is that correct?
Listen, that's a myth. People have been talking to us since the beginning. It's the way you take care of your witness. You can't drag some poor sister or somebody's grandmother out of the house into a police car and put her on blast. You have to be creative in how you get that good information by protecting them. You protect them knowing that one day they will have to testify, but in the meantime, they're going to be able to go to the supermarket in the neighborhood. They're going to be able to go about their daily functions. They feel like they're part of something. People have been talking to us for years. I don't accept that position a lot of these police departments take. They don't have to apologize for anything. We did it our way, and this works in all the community. Because guess what? Those people in those neighborhoods, some would call marginalized, they love their communities, and they want the bad people out. And we use them to get people out of there so they can live their lives.
It's great to see you guys have moved on, and with the ATL Homicide TV show, you guys solved a lot of cases. What are one of the cases that you guys are going to be covering tonight on the show on the premiere?
You know, tonight's a case where, you know, it's near and dear to both of us, but a little bit more for my partner, and not to give too much away.
Mm-hmm.
This is a case of, you know, of a young lady who was brutally murdered, but more so, David put more blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and sometimes, you know, we support each other when it comes to that. I'll let him expound a little bit more on it, but it's a case where, you know, as a support partner to him, I can see the dynamic change in his personality as he's working this case. So, like a couple that's married, when that person's dealing with stress, you have to be their support system for them.
Right.
They take it from there. I let him get a little bit more on the case particular.
Absolutely. I mean, without Vin holding me up and me vice versa, when he had a case that was near and dear to him or something that was assigned to him, I needed somebody to hold me up. I had a female, you'll see tonight, a single mom, a sister, trying to take care of her one child the best way she knew how. And she was snuffed out for no good reason. And the pain that her mother felt, she felt like no one cared. Well, me and Vin kept our phones on. We stayed with the mother of that female that was killed. Her name is Carrie-Ann Grant. It gives me chills whenever I say her name because she didn't get a chance in her slice of this American pie. You're going to see her child left behind. But you're also going to see her mother, who's left behind to raise this child, actually assist us in the investigation because we stayed with her. We gave this poor mother access. We don't, a lot of times cops take ownership of a homicide investigation. With me and Ben, there are no secrets.
Right.
Tell everything you got. Tell it all. Tell the mother what you don't have and what you tell them you're stumped. Maybe they can give you some insight into something. That's what you're going to see tonight. And it resonated in pretty much all the cases we had. Family, community, neighborhood helps us solve these cases. We can't take all the credit.
It's a team effort, and that we've always adopted that philosophy. Like we got to involve family, we got to involve the community because they have equity in this just as much as we do. They want to see a killer go to jail. To your point earlier about snitching, it's not about snitching. It's about giving people a way of communicating to help make their community safer. And that's kind of the philosophy that we've adopted. We include the family, we include the community, we include the neighborhood. You don't see that a lot in law enforcement, especially in homicide investigations. They hold things close to the chest. Why? This isn't top secret, CIA, national security stuff. This is a murder. This is a dangerous person in your neighborhood. We're trying to get that guy out of there.
Right.
We're trying to make it safe for you. And when we explain that to people, they understand that. And that's the inclusion I think you don't see a lot. And that's what you'll see in the series.
No doubt. And we're looking forward to a great series, ladies and gentlemen. ATL Homicide premieres tonight on TVOne. Got detectives David Quinn and Vince Velasquez. And so you got before we get up out here, you guys are enjoying. I guess you guys are fully retired now. You're done with police work altogether.
Yeah. We're working on chapter 2, brother. Chapter 2 is happening as we speak.
There's more to come. Don't sleep on us. There's more to come.
I'm not sleeping on y'all for sure. I already made it a point to start the petition to get you brothers to be the new stars of Bad Boys 3. Let's go ahead and make it.
There we go. Outstanding. Bad Boys 3. I like that. We love it.
We appreciate you guys giving us some of your time today, man. And really good luck with the show and good luck in all future endeavors that you guys have on deck. ATL Homicide premieres tonight on TVOne. Make sure you check your local listings and make sure you check out the show tonight. David Quinn and Vince Velasquez, thank you guys so much again, and thank you once again for all the work you've done in your community and helping bring safety to a lot of the communities in the Atlanta area. Even though we're here in Texas, we still salute the work that you guys have done over the years, and it's greatly appreciated from way out here.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us.
Check out ATL Homicide tonight, and once again, check out David Quinn and Vince Velasquez on TVOne. Appreciate you, fellas.
Melz on the MIC.
What's up?
Now heard weekdays from noon to 3 on today's R&B and Old School. 103.1 KISS FM.